Well, first I'd like to thank everyone for coming. I also wanted to start off by saying something about Juwan Howard. He's obviously put in some great time in his 3 years here, carried us through a period while Yao was out this year, and just the consummate professional. When I spoke to him today, all he had to say was, "Hey, I'm excited about the Rockets." I think I'm disappointed that I'm moving on, but I think, the Rockets are going to do well. So just tells you something about Juwan. Obviously, we're here about the guy to my right, Mike James. He's a player I've had in the past in Boston. He's someone who's going to add scoring punch, and we're excited to add him. Mike doesn't believe in luck, but he says he's taken the number 7 like he did when he went to Detroit and they won a championship. So hopefully some of that rubs off on us, even though Mike doesn't believe in luck. With that, I'll turn it over to Q&A. Anything?
Rick, can you just describe what Mike will be bringing to your offense, what his assets are, especially an offense that, an up-tempo type offense the way he is in the open floor?
Well, we're hoping to push the ball and create quick opportunities. And I think one of the things the team does need is someone who can break people down and get to the baskets. And we're going to create opportunities for that, but his history is doing that. He's done it against my teams before. So I'm really pleased that we were able to get him, and it just adds another dimension to you offensively that we don't have right now. And the more people you can add that can shoot the ball, pass it, and create, the better off you are.
Can you, you're on your list, how does this not affect Rafer Alston's case?
Well, I think Rafer's carried us through last year. He was part of the best starting lineup in the league during the regular season. He's a guy who he is part of the team going forward.
Rick, your thoughts on Rafer?
Well, he had a solid year last year. I think he's a solid player for this team, but the whole key to building a team that's going to compete in the upper echelons is to keep adding pieces that are going to make you a better team. And I think if you do that, and guys understand that, the more pieces you have, the more players you have, then you spread it around. And that's what wins. That's what wins. And guys accept that. You can do a lot less on a really, really good team and get more credit. And I think if the guys buy into that, it's just going to be a plus. It's a plus for everybody. And people earn their minutes. People earn what they get.
Mike, you talk about what this day like.
Excuse me?
Talk about what this day is like.
I'm excited. It was a tough year last year. Understanding that this is where my family, my wife is from, and this is where I'm making home even after basketball. And so to be playing in the same city that I'm calling home now is definitely a good feeling. And so being somewhere where I feel like I'm wanted and wanting to be, I'm excited about that also.
Was there a point last year where you wished you signed with the Rockets initially instead of going to Minnesota?
Everything happens for a reason, and I understood that the situation last year, I had to go through what I went through last year for my own personal, for my own humbling, for my own, whatever the case may be. Last year is over with. I can't even focus on last year. All I can think about is my preparation this summer for this season.
How much different of a player are you now than Mike James that left the Rockets the first time?
I'm still, there's really no change. I'm smarter. I think that I know the game a little bit more than I knew maybe 2 years ago. I'm still the same aggressive player. I still approach the game the same way. And in my mind, even though my age may not say it, but in my mind, I still think I'm 23. So until my body starts breaking down, you can't tell me how old I am. And so I still believe that there's a lot of, not just okay basketball, but a lot of good basketball in me.
Mike, can you talk about playing in Rick's system? I'm sure you know a little bit about what that's about and how you're going to be a fit for this program.
It's definitely going to be exciting because his past record speaks for itself. The things that he was able to accomplish, the places he was before, and so, it always seemed like he's always had the respect of the teammates, the team. He's always seemed like that the teammates respected him from the beginning, and so You know, I really don't know him. I don't know too much about him. He doesn't know too much about me, but we're going to have some time to learn and understand what each other expect. I mean, I understand what he expects from me and what I can give him.
Darryl, what other needs do you want to hope to address this offseason?
Well, I think this was a key one, scoring punch, and the one spot, I think, obviously, if you look at our roster, we've got some work to do at the big spot. We've got one of the good things about this move, it preserves our flexibility. We've got the full mid-level. We've got some tradable assets that we could put into that spot, and we've really got our options available to upgrade the team with this trade.
Mike, take us through your range of emotions when you got the word this was about to happen, could happen, should happen. What are you feeling? What you're feeling?
Of course, I was excited even about just the talks, just about the rumors of, Houston even talking about me again, even considering me again, just because of the past. What we've both been through, trying to get back here, and them trying to get me back here, and then for them to even still want me after all that, it just showed a lot. I'm great. I'm thankful that they still even think that I'm still even worth, even chasing after.
Talk about your relationship with Greg.
That's my boy. We have a real good relationship. We were speaking a lot during the playoffs, even during the regular season, and so, I have the greatest respect for him. I think he's one of the best players, if not in the game, and he makes the game a lot easier for his teammates. And so, playing with someone like that, you don't really have to force no issues because he already makes the game easy.
Have you talked to him since you found out you're coming?
A little.
Do you say he's excited to have you back?
Yeah, but what can you say? You want him to do a backflip? He's excited. He believes that this is another piece that can help him get to another level himself personally as far as in the playoffs. But, only time gonna tell. This is just the beginning of anything. It looks good, it sounds good now, but until we put everything together and until the chemistry works, it's all just words. All I know is I just want to play ball. I just want to play basketball, have fun, and just do what I love doing. And the way I prepare for this game, just go out there and play with that confidence, knowing that I can.
Mark, can you try and talk about a little bit the depth in backcourt is for
The depth in backcourt?
Yes.
I think the more, like I said, the more people you get to play, the better off you are. And we do definitely have some depth now. We've got players who can play, and until I get people on the floor and I get an understanding, because you can always have an opinion on what people can do, and you've seen but when you start putting in your own system, then you start getting a feel for what different guys can do. But the first thing you have to do is start with talent. In this league, you have to start with talent, and we definitely have talent throughout the perimeter people, and that's just going to help us.
Any other questions? Okay, we're going to do a quick photo op here. Just bear with us while we bring the table down. And we're going to take a few questions after that. We'll